Welcome back to the That's Rank podcast, Rapid Rank, Rapid Rank. I've started doing that now. I don't know why, but I'm doing that from now on. Welcome back to another episode. My name is Liam, joined again by Mr. Who is it going to be? Who's going to say the name first? Good
old-fashioned standoff.
It's a Mexican standoff.
Ew.
One of you, please.
It's Matt. This is Matt.
Holy shit. And who are you? Who are you?
I'm Rob. I am Rob. Hello.
Guys, welcome back. We
didn't want to cramp this stuff.
That's it.
I know. It's Rapid Rank, and we spent the most time of this entire episode figuring out what our names were.
Introduce ourselves.
No, welcome back to another episode of Rapid Rank. Matt, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, sorry. My ears hurt. It's all right. I want to do it for cinema, for podcast.
For those listening at home, I just want to say that Matt exclaimed, "My ears hurt," while he was like playing with his mouth and cheeks. He was like, "My ears hurt."
I'm just like trying to put the pain somewhere else on my face.
Oh, I like that. I
don't know. These headphones squishing my ears.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. As you can tell, we've got Matt back again because he's a seasoned podcast pro. He's he's joined us again. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you coming in. He's got his microphone. He's ready to go for a Rapid Rank. Now, what's the Rapid Rank, Rob? How's it different? How is the Rapid Rank different?
Yes. A Rapid Rank is it's more than a rank. It's an experience. It's a sensation.
More than a rank.
It is when we look back at some of our previous ranks.
That's right.
And we're working our way back from the very beginning. Again, remember this is also a podcast, and for those listening at home, Matt just turned and looked at himself, which is a mirror of himself, and the mirror looked back.
Or is that the real me? And this is the reflection.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't it be? It's almost like this could. It almost like this is a sequence. If you were to look back in the mirror, and then the mirror was a different image. That's almost a sequence out of a horror film from a very particular country, which is the rank we're visiting today. I haven't finished explaining what a Rapid Rank is. A Rapid Rank is when we have 60 seconds to re-rank an old rank.
That's right. That's right. Look, we get it wrong sometimes. We started this podcast nearly 2 years ago. So we've gone right back to the start, and you guys can check out the archives on Spotify, Apple Music, maybe Amazon. Who knows? They're all there. You can go back and listen to what Rob and I had to say. This was pre-Taron, no less.
Pre-Taron.
Matt wasn't even born. He wasn't even with us. No, he's actually only 4 years old, which is crazy. No, that math doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
4 dog years.
4 dog years. That's right. But we've gone back. We're going back, and we're revisiting. Now, Rob, we said before. Oh, actually, no. Now you can tell us what the actual rank is.
This is a smooth operation.
It is
grand.
We are re-ranking, rapid re-ranking movies about Japan.
No, movies
in Japan.
No, movies from Japan.
Movies from Japan. Oh my god, this is amateur hour.
Yeah, well, it's been a little time. We took a bit of a break, so we're kind of getting ourselves back into the groove, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Back into the groove.
That's true.
The movies from Japan. That was our third one we ever did. Now this is kind of serendipitous because, as we mentioned on the last episode, the three of us were recently in Japan. I say recently; it was like 6 months ago, but it was a while ago. Still recent enough. And when I looked up the topic that we were going to do today, I was like,
perfect.
Meant to be. Movies from Japan. Now, you're both movie buffs. Matt, like we said last time, you work in the film industry.
Sometimes.
Rob works in the film industry in the sense that he watches a lot of them. And I'm also here. No.
Liam's in the Japan industry.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. Out of all the cinema I've probably watched the most, it's probably the Japanese variety. But it's true. But so now, obviously, unlike our normal ranks where we spin that wheel, we know we've known what was coming for a little while. So, guys, have you had a thought for your minute and where you're going to go with this? Have you got an idea in mind?
I do, but I just want to shout out first. If people disagree with our ranks, or they like our ranks, or they want to tell us what they would have ranked, how do they contact us, fellas?
Matt, do you know, or should I take this one?
ato.gov.au.
Correct. Tax time. It is tax time. It's true.
It is tax time. Get your tax returns in, folks.
At thatsrankpod, at Gmail, at Instagram, at Facebook. I've made ourselves little threads. Why not?
That.
Yeah, it's a new one. Yeah, got a Threads in there now. And of course, you can find us on YouTube as always. Rob, very good shout out. We also need new ideas. So if you've got an idea you want us to rank, and we will rank anything, don't forget, within reason, and you want us to randomly spin it on this wheel, we will do it. We will do it. Now, we will do it. Rob, your thoughts that you very, very expertly and rightly so segued into our socials.
Contact information. Well, look, I've got a few rattling around in my brain. It's one of those ones where I remember this rank specifically because I thought about like Japanese films, and then live on the rank, we kind of started to realize that actually it's just movies from Japan. So it doesn't have to be made by a Japanese filmmaker. It could just been shot in Japan by a non-Japanese filmmaker.
I think you might be right, actually.
I think we kind of discussed this live on the first episode, and now I've kind of gone back there in my back pocket. I've kind of thought a little bit about a few options.
Okay,
and I've got a couple rattling around my head. How about you guys? Have you?
Well, I'm just going back to see what the actual rank was. Matt, you take it away.
Oh, I was just this. I don't know. The whole time I've just been thinking like maybe Rob and I will have a similar thing, but at the same time, in you saying that, maybe not.
Well, Rob and I have done this before, so this is brand new for you, man. This is brand new, brand spanking new.
Yeah, it's been 2 years probably since I listened to you guys rank it.
Probably. So. Yeah, well, like honestly, I'm talking like early October 2021. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I'm looking forward to the honorable mention section as well. I'm looking forward to the post rank convo because I think like just films from Japan are just it's just a fun conversation topic because for a little country, it's punched above its weight.
Oh, I agree.
It's been kind of revolutionized cinema.
Well,
in the 50s.
Lest we forget, this is the rapid rank. So if we want to have some time for honorable mentions, because Rob, I know how you love to wax lyrical about cinema. So let's what a suave little wink Matt just gave us. Lovely. So given that said, I'll get the little timer up here. Does anyone have one that they want to go first with for tonight's rapid rank?
I can go first.
Oh, he's going to go, isn't he?
I can go first.
I just want to know what you're going to say, Rob. It's like, I'm going to base mine off. Yeah.
That's what I was like also. Like, I was basically going to base mine off which ones you guys went with as well, because I was like, someone's surely going to, we're all kind of going to be sitting in the same territory.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We're going to jump right into it. Mr. Rob, you have 1 minute to tell us. Oh, and by the way, before we get to the 1 minute, we don't 3, 2, 1 tonight. We all just choose our favorite one.
Oh,
less. You're just the one. Just the one.
Including our own rank or the other two?
No.
Can't choose
your own. You can't choose your own.
Can't choose your own. Righto.
Can't choose your own. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Rules, housekeeping. We're done. We're ready to rank. Rob, your 1 minute starts in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Well, I am going to learn from lessons of the past and actually talk about a film that was shot in Japan, but isn't necessarily considered Japanese cinema. I'm going to talk about one of my most fun, exciting, greatest cinema experiences I've ever had, which is when I stumbled into a cinema and watched Kill Bill Volume 1. I remember watching that film and just like, I knew of Tarantino and I knew he was pretty good and I liked these films, but I walked out of that film going, this guy is just genius. I'd really appreciate it. Its visual style, it's just tight story. It's excellently cast. It's just like beautiful sequence after beautiful sequence after beautiful sequence with an awesome soundtrack, great villains, great hero, fantastic, iconic ending, which ends in the little Japanese garden with a little fountain that's going chip, 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 like it ends off with where the Japanese cinema helped define, which is the Western standoff, which is actually a Japanese standoff.
Time is up.
Perfect.
So you can see how quick that minute goes, Matt. And do you know what's funny?
Nice.
I think that was the answer that you gave me last time, Rob. That was the one that caused the controversy. Because movies from Japan, is that a movie from Japan? That is the question that we will rank later on once we get to it.
No, I remember I don't think I did that one last time. And I thought and then someone said one and I was like, I would have gone that one if it was...
potentially true.
Or maybe, I can't remember. We'll have to listen back to our own podcast.
Yeah, you should too. Don't forget the archives. They're all there. All right. Now, Matt, Matt.
Yes,
Now,
hello.
when you thought yeah, you still are. Nothing's changed. Welcome here. Now, was when you said you guys were gonna go similar. Is that what you were thinking?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting. Would you like to go, or would you like me to go?
I wouldn't mind going.
Because maybe I'll take it. Maybe I'll take your answer.
Maybe.
All right, mate. Ready?
If you
ready?
Right, yeah.
Oh,
I felt left out, so I had to go with a as well.
Always jump in with the mms. Matt. 3, 2, 1 minute begins now.
I'm going to say Yojimbo, Akira Kurosawa. I love. I mean, there's a couple of obviously Japanese films that actually went on to inspire popular westerns, but Yojimbo was the basis for Fistful of Dollars. But it's kind of got those western tropes because Kurosawa based it off the Ford who didn't make Fords. John Ford. Anyway, great film, great little samurai piece, from the 60s, but just really kind of cool soundtrack. This really cool sort of anti-hero character who's, trying to save the town from two feuding clans, samurai stuff. It's great. I was going to say Seven Samurai, but I think this wins out
also
purely
samurai.
Because it's runtime. Like Seven Samurai is 3 hours long, whereas Yojimbo's hour and a half. I really dig Toshiro Mifune and, of course, Kurosawa. It just started so much cinema things.
We had to have a Kurosawa film in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It would kind of be wrong to not have at least one Kurosawa. That is true.
It would be.
It is valid. That is a good point.
And, sorry, this is just a random fact.
Sure.
But in the sequel, Sanjuro, there's a sword duel scene where it's the main character dueling this other dude, and he cuts him, and then there's this massive spurt of blood.
Oh, where have I seen that before?
Well, it was a mistake. It was I was reading recently, but basically it was meant to be a slow thing of blood. But however the makeup person rigged it, it all just went at once, and that just started that trend, going to Kill Bill or any sort of modern Japanese violent film. That's where that began.
It's a happy mistake. Oh, that's cool.
Well, you've just taken mine. That's what I was going to say. That's the movie I was going to say. I'm just joking. It wasn't. Yeah, no way. The sequel, though, what was the sequel? Sanjuro. Yeah, no, not going to choose that either. But there is a theme here. There's a theme a little bit, and that's the film that is it's the film genre that's kind of sparked inspiration in other films. And I think that's where I'm going to go with mine.
Oh.
Lads, are you ready?
We are
ready.
My 1 minute begins right now. Battle Royale. Now, here's why. Now, a much more modern film, obviously not as modern as Kill Bill, and a bit older than Kurosawa's works, but it's a movie that kind of started the whole Hunger Games-esque kind of idea and storyline, right? This movie about a totalitarian government that's aged out. The young kids are taking over, and in order to keep them controlled and within themselves, send all the kids to an island, let them battle each other off, kill each other off, until the one winner is left, and is left as the ideal resident of Japan, I guess you could say. That's the idea behind the film. But it sparked a whole bunch of controversy back in the day. People in the Western societies didn't even see it until 2010, even though it was released in 2000, because of the violence and the depictions in it. That's not why I like it, a little bit. But I think it was a movie that captured you, and you kind of went, oh my God, man, a minute goes quick. Oh, shit.
That time. Wow.
Oh, man, that's time, yeah.
Fast minute.
Man, the minutes go fast. I'm telling you. Sometimes you wish you had 5, but you just don't. And that's the rapid rank. I could have said so much more about Battle Royale, but I just can't. I just didn't have time, guys. I just didn't have time.
I knew you were going to get Battle Royale, Liam. I was like, Liam's going to get Battle Royale. And honestly, I almost went Battle Royale, because it's an all-time classic.
I haven't seen it.
Would you like to borrow
it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to reach into the screen.
There you go.
You've seen Sanjuro 57 times, but you haven't seen Battle Royale.
Did you want to read the book that it's based on as well? I can give you that.
Why
too,
not?
if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on a book that not many people know. And this is what I love. I talk about Battle Royale all the time. People are like, oh, so it's like Hunger Games? I'm like, well, yeah, but you're saying it like Hunger Games was first.
Yeah.
But it's also got, like, I love the fact that it's got these familiar faces, like Takeshi Kitano is like the school principal. Like one of the girls in it is also the girl in Kill Bill Volume 1 that has the thing that flies around on the chain. It's just got these kind of familiar kind of icons of Japanese cinema. And it's just, it really truly is... Sorry,
I was going to say a lot of the younger kids who were in that are now like from that movie turned into massive stars in Japan as well. Like it kind of just took off. Well, seeped in reality. Seeped in reality. I think that's what I like about a lot of Japanese movies. There's a lot of symbolism and meaning in it. Like obviously a lot of movies do, but like Akira, which was one that I was going to nearly go for, is based on a similar thing: government testing. Nuclear bombs, how that affected Japan, all that kind of stuff. Oh, wait a second. I can lend you that one too if you want. I was gonna.
I have that one.
Oh, you have that one too?
Okay, fair enough. I've got one on the DVD.
Well,
I just realized I turned around and looked at my DVD collection and yep, they're all Japanese movies.
I'm glad that you shouted out Japanese animation. Oh, so for
I haven't seen that either.
Yo, Takashi Miike, man. Oh, sorry, Rob. I keep. Now I'm getting excited. Rob, you go.
Well, Takashi Miike is a great example because Ichi the Killer, but also I really loved his later stuff that he started doing more classically, like 13 Assassins.
Oh yeah.
Like that movie rocks. And he made another.
Have you seen Audition?
Which one?
Audition.
Yes, I saw Audition a long time ago. But there is certain themes, right? So you've got Japanese cinema, you've got the samurai, and me and Matt both kind of went down the samurai path. You've got animations, which is not just Akira and not just Ghost in the Shell, but obviously everyone loves a good Studio Ghibli, Princess Mononoke. I was going to go almost Castle in the Sky. Could have always been there for me. Like
literally any Ghibli could have been on there. Yeah, 100%.
Your name, which is amazing, a newer one, which is really a real stunner. I'll definitely go see Your Name. That's an incredible one. My favorite Kurosawa is The Hidden Fortress, actually. But Seven Samurai is a classic, but the other side of it is the horror genre, and things getting a little bit messed up, which is what you were touching on there, Liam, with the Audition. Things getting a little bit cray, things getting a little bit messy.
Well, I think it's very good at that. Steeped in reality a little bit, right? I find the things that scare me the most are things that could be real, right?
Yes.
An Audition, Perfect Blue is another example of like someone who's just like losing their mind. Also, a lot of movies, Black Swan borrowed heavily from Perfect Blue, which was like some of the shots are like shot for shot remakes of Perfect Blue. So if you haven't seen Perfect Blue, even if you're not an animation fan, this is the thing. Japanese animation is not for kids.
No,
a lot of it isn't.
No,
Pokemon.
Not at all.
Definitely not.
But no, I mean,
but they've had this influential history. I mean, we talked about Kurosawa. Like they really, Kurosawa and a lot of those films that came out of Tokyo Story, like a lot of those films that came out of Japan in the 50s went on to influence the French New Wave. French New Wave went on to influence guys like people you may have heard of, like Spielberg and Coppola and Scorsese. Like, and the timeline kind of comes back to a point in history where Japan was really at the forefront of it, and at a point which. 5-10 years earlier, they had literally dropped a nuclear bomb on a country, which had been closed off to the world for how many years? And obviously, the big one is Godzilla, which is a allegory for the atomic bomb. Like there is all these linkage over Japanese history, how it's been represented in cinema, and how it's informed genre and filmmakers and film history ever since.
That's
it's
right.
An incredibly influential country.
So if
influential not just on Liam, but influential on everyone.
Yeah, don't be sleeping on Japanese cinema. There's some amazing, amazing movies. Go on, Matt.
Just quickly, if you read Akira Kurosawa's autobiography, but basically, during wartime and leading up to wartime, Japanese film was heavily censored and had to be for the government cause.
Yep.
So post World War II is when. Yeah, they really sort of flourished, and I think especially with filmmakers like Kurosawa, he has his samurai epics, but he also has his other films, which was set post-war 50s Japan, and the fallout from World War II and probably some American occupation and just them trying to rebuild themselves.
Yeah. No, steeped in symbolism and stories. And what's what I was looking for? While my leg gives out on me.
Don't fall over.
Oh, I'll try. Anyway, this is the rapid rank. We could wax lyrical, I'm sure, for hours and hours and hours about Japanese cinema. We haven't ranked yet. We have to do that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we have to do the rank bit.
Oh, damn.
Now, lest we forget the rules. You can only choose one, and it can't be your own.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, Matt, you are the guest. Please begin.
Well, I can only side
Hold on, Matt. That's not how it works.
What?
Matt goes last, goes first, Liam.
Well.
Stop trying to sidestep because it's the biggest responsibility is going first.
I'm choosing. Daijoubu. No, well, I'm going to go the Kurosawa because if we're talking about movies from Japan, I'm not too sure if Kill Bill is from Japan. Is it a technicality? Yes, it is, but that's half the fun of this podcast.
I swear we were on the opposite side of this argument last time, which is why I felt emboldened to go Kill Bill.
Rob, we are always on the opposite sides of these arguments, and I will tell you most of the time the position I take and the position that you take rarely change. And I'm pretty sure last time I said that Kill Bill wasn't a movie from Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
If you wanted to be super nerdy about it, you could jump on IMDb and see where it was filmed.
It was filmed in Japan.
Well, was it? I don't know if it was though.
It was.
Okay, one second.
It was.
Where was Kill Bill?
Volume
no,
one.
not Bull. Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Here we go. Okay. Locations. Wow, this is riveting podcasting. I'm going to read a list of places where it was filmed. Okay. Okay. American Cement Building. Okay, cool. Austin, Lancaster, Los Angeles, St. Luke's Hospital, the Sanctuary Adventist Church, and there are 3 scenes filmed in Shinjuku City.
Oh, there we go. Shinjuku.
But is that a movie from Japan?
All right, I don't know. Maybe what I was thinking, but whatever.
Oh, it's a fucking fantastic film. Let's not beat around the bush.
Have you seen it, Jimbo?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Yeah. I was actually going to go with Kurosawa. I was going to go Seven Samurai,
which is I think what Matt was talking about.
I was just like, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
And then,
And I probably would have gone Laputa as well. Like that would have.
You would have won. You would have won hands down if you'd said Laputa.
If I'd gone Laputa,
100%.
Yeah, no, did Ghibli.
Look, and I'm not sure if it's. I think we had this problem last time. I think when we did this last time, we thought Ghibli was too obvious, which is weird because it's the best. It's the best.
It's got a lot of whimsy.
It's got a lot of
whimsy.
I
don't know. I'll be honest. As we started going through the ranks, I started to kind of question my pick. I was like, what would Tarantino think if I said, in a rank of films from Japan, I said Kill Bill? He'd probably go, "What are you talking about, man?"
He probably would actually.
He'd be like, "Man, God, no! What are you talking about? That's whack." And I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right, Quentin. Let's have a beer later." And then I'd be like, "Okay, I changed my." But I went with Volume 1, so I accept.
Mm-hmm.
I accept, and I will follow me myself actually.
Well, now you're doing it, isn't it? Matt's turn.
Yes. I mean, Matt hasn't seen Battle Royale though.
This is the issue. This is the quagmire.
I haven't seen you, Jimbo. So it's not a quagmire.
Well, I was like, because I was going to.
Do you go the film you've seen and love, or the film that's actually from Japan? Tough choice.
Tough choice.
This is hard because I was going to go with Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of it was filmed in Shinjuku, so I think that counts. I mean, I'm going to
do it.
I'm going to do it.
Listen
and then
to your
I'm going to
heart.
go see Battle Royale. I'm going to make sure I get my hands
You
on it and watch it and just have a little.
You should. You definitely should.
Yeah,
all right, Rob. Who you going with, butter?
Oh, well, now that Matt's given me this little pat in the back, I feel a bit guilty.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
I've never seen your Jimbo.
You haven't seen Yojimbo?
I've never seen Yojimbo, and I love Battle Royale. It's a classic. It would have been my. I'm pretty sure Battle Royale was in my top 3 rank. That was when we first ranked. We used to pick 3. I'm sure Battle Royale was in there, so I really have to shout it out. Which I think means we're tied on 1-1.
We are, yes, yes. We haven't thought this through, have we? We haven't thought this through. All right.
All right. What happens?
Well, I think we do in Japan, or like they do in Japan. I'm not Japanese. No, Junkenpon. Let's go, guys. Rock paper scissors. Let's.
No, I'm going to make a suggestion. Okay, I will bar follow me Kill Bill Volume 1 because it really is an American film. We've only part of it shot and made in Japan.
Okay.
I will then suggest that given it's Matt's number 1 because he chose it and Liam ranked it as number 1 and because it's Kurosawa, who's one of the most influential filmmakers of all time, I think we give you Jimbo number 1, Battle Royale number 2, and Kill Bill number 1. What do you reckon?
I am happy. I'm happy with that. I think that's a really good, well thought out, democratic response, and we have a winner.
Toshiro Mifune, thanks you.
Yes, good.
I really want to watch it now, and I want to hear the score because those scores are awesome.
It's a good score.
Is there drums? Is there lots of drumming?
No, it's more. There's a bit of little sprinkling of taiko, like squishy taiko bits.
Yeah. All right, guys. We have to wrap. We have to wrap. We can go. I know this is true.
Yeah.
We can definitely talk for hours about this. In fact, if we were to re-rank as a rank proper, we could have probably done 2 hours. I'm almost certain. This is the rapid rank. Rapid. So number 1 tonight. Who's our winner? Matt? While he's doing a fart, apparently.
I was about to say what about honorable mentions? But sorry.
Look, Matt. We have no time for honorable mentions. Unfortunately, go on, quick, rattle them off. Go.
I forgot the name of the director, but nobody knows.
Great.
Yeah, nobody knows. That's a sad one.
Hideo someone, but that's he's made a lot of good films, but nobody knows is a gut punch.
He also made All About Lily Choo Choo. Is that the guy?
I think it's a different one. Different.
Rob. Sorry, guys. Rob, you have one honorable mention. Rob, go.
Saddest movie of all time, Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay, and I'm going to throw out my one honorable mention, which is Hanabi, which is Fireworks, which is another Takeshi Kitano movie. Fantastic. Sorry, Jens. I don't want to have to keep cutting us off, but I know what we're going to do. So we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Thanks everyone for listening. Appreciate it for another Rapid Rank. That's right.
Liam's teaching us some discipline. It's almost like Liam's podcast, like The Way of the Samurai.
That's right.
With discipline, with clarity, with singular action.
Mm-hmm.
Like one listening, folks.
Like one strike of the sword. Thanks everybody for listening to another Rapid Rank.
We're out.
We're out. Matt,